live, guys. We're going to talk about the Northman. The Northman is out now, guys. The Northman has arrived, and it's time that we talk about it. The Northman is out in theaters today, and I got to set up my... I didn't fix that. Hey, guys, The Northman is out today. And you can see from this list here that we're going to be talking about that today. And I forgot to set up that one graphic. I keyed it up properly, but I forgot to change it over. So bear with me here, and we'll restart the show. And, we'll get this fixed, and then we'll start rolling because it's a live show. And don't worry, we'll cut out the first little bit here as I go through. And... fix my little graphic here on the side. I forgot to update it from yesterday, so bear with me here. First 2 minutes, these things happen. I got so many things that I gotta juggle here with this stuff. It's bound to happen, but I can fix that in OBS. I can fix that right away right now, which I'm doing right now. So I'm just fixing that side graphic so that we can move on with the show. And I'll cut this out once this goes live. But guys, I hope you've watched The Northman. And hope you've enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed it. Oh, what's that? You having problems with that? Okay, so new slides. New slides are having problems. What the heck is going on here? I'm messed up here, guys. I messed up big time here. Oh well. This will all be cut out. I'm going to cut this out at the end of the day when this gets wrapped up. I have to open up PowerPoint here and save this again because I accidentally deleted my graphic. Oh, mercy. Yes, I want to replace it. Just this one. Okay, so that's saved. Okay, so now we go into OBS. Now we got to go to... There we go. Right? Is that set? Does that look good? Haven't watched The Northman yet, seeing it on Sunday. Well, we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk spoilers on today's show. So let me just restart this, and we'll start as if, so that I know where to cut. The Northman has arrived. It's out in theaters. Guys, have you seen it? Are you going to watch it? We're going to talk about it today on today's movie news show. And we're going to talk about King Richard. The guy who made King Richard wants to make a Bond movie. And all of these topics are going to be listed here in the comments section and description for time codes if you're watching us afterwards. But if you're live in the live chat, guys, you know that I always like to talk with you guys about these stories. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says, haven't seen The Northman yet, seeing it on Sunday. Michael Kelly says, hey, how's it going? Okay, guys, The Northman came out yesterday, and I saw it in the theater. You got to see it in the theater, man. My review for it will be up on the channel later today. This is going to be like a non-spoiler kind of thing here. I'm not going to go too much into the details of the movie. That'll be for my review. That'll be up on the channel later today. As you know, we do movie news and entertainment live daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday on this channel. And you're going to find stuff like movie reviews, trailer reactions, movie news, full movie watch-alongs. We're going to be doing that too. Maybe not today, because I think I'm going out to see that Nicolas Cage movie. But let's take a look at The Northman. That is totally out in theaters right now. And I've just pulled up this character guide that helps us understand who's in it. We knew from the trailers that it has a really good cast, and the cast does phenomenal jobs in this movie. Alexander Skarsgård is a true standout, and so is that brother guy, the guy who played the evil brother who kills his the king to get the power, right? And we'll walk through this. So Alexander Skarsgård is Amleth. I always pronounce it Amleth, but it's Amleth. It's pronounced Amleth, and I think he goes by another name when he goes into a different part of the story. He uses a different name to disguise himself. Michael Kelly in the live chat says, better movie, The Northman or The Batman? Oh, that's a tough one. They're different types of movies. They're different types, oddly enough, about vengeance. It's hard to say. They're different movies, man. I really like The Northman a lot, and I like The Batman. I'm going to have to let that stew, but just off the cuff, I would have to say The Batman is a better movie, but I don't know. The Northman was so awesome. Let's not detract from that. Let's continue on this with Skarsgård playing Omelette, and the movie starts off with he's a younger kid, and he sees that his uncle kills his father, and Nicole Kidman is his mother, and she does a great job. There's a really weird scene in about halfway through or so where she talks with him, and it goes into that weird space of ooh, that's kind of disgusting. But you got the hints from it. This Claes Bang Folnir is the brother who wants to try to kill the king to become his own, like to reign his own kingdom, except they don't like that, and he has to flee to Iceland. Cool story, man. It's really cool. So and then once that opening scene happens, he is in that berserker mode that we've seen from the trailers, that he goes through this village and helps pillage and stuff like that, and then he learns about where his uncle is, and then he goes out to get revenge. That's the bulk of the story. And on that quest to get revenge, he meets Anya Taylor-Joy's character, Olga of the Birch Forest, and she was great in this movie. She was fantastic. Arglass Vikings in the live chat says, Omelette is in Hamlet got its name and anagram. Oh, really? Yeah, that is an anagram. Omelette and Hamlet. And we're going to talk about that here in a few moments. My initial reaction after seeing it last night, it was like, yes, you can definitely see the Shakespeare in this story. Ethan Hawke is not a very big role in it. Of course, we know that he's the father, he's the king of the evil brother, and but he was effective. He was very effective in it. And Northman supporting characters. Okay, so we knew that Bjork was playing like one of the soothsayers. Once again, chiming in with Shakespeare and his seers. Like she plays a seer, and a very effective scene. The costuming in it was fantastic. And let's go take a look at the tomato meter right now for it. It's 89% with 199 reviews from the critics and 77%. Really, that's kind of lower than I thought it was going to be from the audience. It's just over a 2-hour film, guys. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes, I think, was the running time. But it moves fast. You don't have those moments where it's kind of like, well, they could cut out here. It moves fast. And it's beautifully shot. Like the cinematography in this it's a true standout. 77% is a little bit low. I think in my review I'm going to give it a higher score than 77. But let's just take a look at some of the snapshot reviews here. Somebody says, a payback tale for the ages. Yes, indeed. Working for the first time with a blockbuster scaled budget, Eggers can give full range to his feverishly inventive imagination, and the result is often hypnotic. Indeed it is. There are scenes in it where you're like, is he going to do that? Is that going to actually happen? Wow. It's like, yeah. Okay, let's see what somebody says here that's not that good. Instead of the roots of Shakespeare's plays, The Northman merely serves up its raw material, both half-baked and overcooked. No. Richard Brody there from the New Yorker. That's off base, man. You don't know what you're talking about. But I could say that. We all have our opinions, and he has his, and he says that it's no good. But I say that it is good. I really like The Northman quite a bit. A lot, actually. And it's something that I do want to watch again because the cinematography, and it does have that Shakespearean feel to it. Michael Kelly in the live chat says, did you like the natural lighting the Revenant used in The Northman? Was it natural lighting? Did they go for that like they did with The Revenant? The Revenant with the Titanic guy. Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy were in that movie, and I liked the the lighting in it was it helped with the cinematography. It was very rich color palette, and you don't get that impression sometimes when you see some of the washed out imagery in the beginning, but once they go to Iceland. See how it's kind of like a little bit washed out there. Robert Eggers does a good job of marrying both of those. He uses the color to give the landscape and the scenery texture, and it's really good. But let's talk about the Shakespeare angle, because our Glass Vikings in the live chat there sent me a link over on the Facebooks, and there's an article out there where from Distractify. I don't know what this site is, but he sent this to me, and thank you very much for that. Hey guys, this is what's cool about being a community of people who love to talk about movies, and they go in and talk about this. Is it based on Hamlet? Is it or isn't it? Well, if his name is Omleth, those are literally the letters in Hamlet, and you can tell from this story, the brother kills the king to try to reign on the throne, and then he wants revenge, and it's like it's tragedy. If you know Hamlet and you know how that story goes, it follows it pretty much beat for beat. You get pretty much the same type of ending as you would in Hamlet. And looking at the story structure for Shakespeare, like normal movies take place in 3 acts, but Shakespeare's plays are in 5 acts, and this Northman movie is told in 5 parts. I think I'd try to write down some of those names of the parts. The last part, Act 5, would have been Gates of Hell. I forgot the first one. But number 2 was Land of the Russ, and then number 3 was Iceland. So rising action. You can see the little graph there that shows the structure of Shakespeare's plays. So it was told in those parts. And the denouement, the big payoff at the end, that you think that was going to be the huge payoff at the end, was very short. And you think that was going for that. But when you think about this structure, you're like, oh, that fits that. That fits that. Falling action. Act 4, definitely like that. It takes time to breathe a little bit, and you appreciate those breaths. And I like the 4th act when stuff starts to go down. It's just really awesome to see. Breathtaking cinematography. Imagery is fantastic. Anya Taylor-Joy is really effective in this too. And I like some of the cameos in this. If you know Robert Eggers' work from like The Witch, he brings in some cameos that I really appreciated. I appreciated it quite a bit. So you're going to see a bunch of articles and stories this weekend about people running with this. Land of the Rus is how Russia got its name. Yeah, named by the Vikings. Our Glass Viking says in the live chat. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, you'll see that in chapters. That's one of the chapters' names. Interesting information. Thanks for that. And you'll see, were the Berserkers real? Like, this establishes him. We've seen it in the trailers that when he goes into that village, that establishes him as an older person, and they go through these dances. There's a lot of tribalism, sort of like in this, like tribal dances and stuff. And of course, I have a respect for that because that's from my heritage too. We do dances and stuff like that, and they do a really good job of establishing him. And Omleth, yeah, so there's going to be lots of articles up on that. You're going to see a lot of that this weekend. And let's take a look at the Thursday numbers. So the Northman came in at 1.7 million for Thursday. Bad Guys, that animated movie, is 1.1 million. An Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, that new Nicolas Cage movie, made 835K Thursday night box office. So people are projecting that Bad Guys is going to win the weekend box office. But from the Thursday numbers, 1.4 million for the Northman. That's good, man. That's good. Because I think the Northman's budget was like $90 million. And I hope that it makes at least 20 million this weekend. I want the Northman to make 20, but I'd be satisfied from 15 to 20 million. That would be enough to beat the Bad Guys, hopefully. But yes, guys, you need to go out and see this movie in the theater to support films like the Northman, because we need to see original stuff, not always these remakes or sequels kind of stuff. And the Northman will be, I think it'll have a nice little run here until Doctor Strange 2 comes out. The Northman, which drew 1.35 million last night in previews. So that's good. That's a good start. That's a really good start. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. The Northman, it's arrived, and it's got, for me, it's got a lot of praise. We're going to be doing a full review with spoilers later on today. Don't worry, I'll put a little break in the description of time codes where you'll be like non-spoiler and then spoiler part, because I don't like to waste time with two videos. That's just not my bag. But the Northman, guys, I loved it. I thought it was great. Go out and see it for sure. Let's move on. King Richard, the director of King Richard, wants to make a Bond film with Idris Elba, and that'd be cool. I want to see that. That would be really cool. Ronaldo Marcus Green, who directed Best Picture nominee King Richard, said he'd be interested in directing Idris Elba as Bond. Now, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with the Bond films. Now, they're going to take a little bit of time here to reboot it, because they do have to reboot it, for sure. If you saw the last movie, No Time to Die, you know what happens at the end of that. So, yeah, and I wish it wouldn't take years for them to make a script. I think they could make an Idris Elba Bond. Like, give him like 1 or 2 movies, like they did with Lazenby, and make him like, give him like the greatest hits. They can reboot some of those movies. They can use, like, give him a boat chase scene like in Live or Let Die. That, yeah, let him do stuff like that. Climb the Golden Gate Bridge, like those kinds of iconic stunts, but with Idris Elba. Like, do that. You don't need to have some huge thing out there about some evil tech mogul that wants to take over the world kind of thing. You don't need huge convoluted storylines like that. Just give us this. I want to see this for sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. He's got a quote here. Yeah. If it has to be somebody that looks like me in front of it, I'm definitely open to it. I want to go in that direction, and I want to be able to add value to a new Bond. I grew up watching popcorn movies, and if I could add a little something to it, that would be cool. Let's see if Idris wants to do it. And that's too, if he wants to do it. And people say, well, he's too old. He's like in his 50s now or something, right? But you know what? Connery played him while he was older, and Roger Moore played him while he was older. And if you give him just like 1 or 2 movies, you don't have to build the franchise on him. You don't have to build like this. People get caught into this thing that you have to make these things with a 10-year plan in your head. No, you don't have to. You can make a one-off Bond. You can make a couple of movies with him as Bond, and it'll fly. But you got to get on it, and you can't wait years to develop a script, because it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to. It's a simple thriller. Yeah, and I would love to see that. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Michael Kelly in the live chat says, the Northman, 90 million budget and only 1.5 on the first day. Rut row. Yeah, well, that's just for the Thursday, guys. It'll get more traction tonight and tomorrow. But we'll look on Monday. We'll do the box office report on Monday, and we'll break some of the numbers down. All right. Yesterday we talked about this story where the director of Being Mortal was canned. He was relieved of his duties. And it's been revealed that, well, this all happened because of Bill Murray. Aziz Ansari suspends production following Bill Murray complaint. And we knew that there was a complaint of some kind of accusations. But apparently Bill Murray was the one that came out and said that he's not fitting in with the movie. This Aziz Ansari was his featured directorial debut. And if you don't know who this Aziz is, he's right there. I was told yesterday he was on Parks and Rec, and he was going to make his first movie. This was his first movie, and he was taken off the picture because Bill Murray said that there was some inappropriate behavior. So at least it wasn't any kind of other behavior. It just sounds like maybe he was being a bit of a butthead. Maybe he wasn't showing up on time for his calls, but he's directing it. So you think when you're a director, you're the one driving the machine. And Well, it's been revealed that Bill Murray was the one that came out and complained about him, and that just gives us a little bit more clarity to that story. I just wanted to highlight that. Not really much too more to talk about that. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says Idris Elba does a BBC show called Luther, where he plays a detective. He'd do well as a Bond-style character. Yeah, for sure. And it would be cool. That's everybody. A lot of people have that as like a dream casting. Could they make that happen? There's definitely some appetites out there to see him as Bond, and I hope they can do something. We'll have to see how that pans out. Okay, so Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan is making an Oppenheimer movie about the dude who made the atomic bomb, and it's got a stellar cast. And we got some set photos to take a look at. Nolan's Oppenheimer movie set photos reveal close-up look at Matt Damon. Matt Damon is in this. Cillian Murphy is the lead. He's playing Oppenheimer. And Dane DeHaan. We get to see Dane DeHaan here. Cool. Well, if you go into this article over on Screen Rant, they actually don't show you any of the pictures. Like, this is not from the movie. That's Dane DeHaan, but that's not from the movie. Why can't you show me the pictures? Oppenheimer comes out July 21st, 2023. So let's go and find these pictures that they were talking about. Okay, so there we go. There's Matt Damon in a military uniform. Well, it is about the military because they're developing the bombs, right? Oppenheimer. He's got a little bit of a tash there. We got some gray in the hair. It's Matt Damon. Cool. Okay, there's Dane DeHaan. Yeah, he looks pretty sharp there in his uniform. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor. He, ever since Chronicle, everything that he's in, even as that terrible Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2, he was good. He was still good in it. He was good. Makeup-wise, it wasn't that good, but he's a good actor. He was good in Lawless, too, with Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf about those people, moonshiners, right? He was good in that. Okay, so there's Cillian Murphy right there. Yeah, he's definitely thinned out. He's dropped some weight because, yeah, it shows a picture of the real Oppenheimer right there. You can tell that he was really trying to slim down his face to make him look like he's got those indents. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Oppenheimer passed away in 62 years of age from throat cancer from smoking cigarettes. So that's why he's smoking there. Yeah, it is a vice, and it sometimes, the piper will come calling for you to pay your dues if you're going to take up the old habit of tobacco, which I'm not going to knock because my people do respect tobacco. We use it as gifts, like it's a respectable gift if you offer somebody tobacco. And as a young man, I used to smoke too. But I eventually got. That's one of the hardest things I ever did, quitting, because I was up to 2 packs a day kind of smoker. I was hardcore, and I quit. And good on me. I can't imagine ever going back to it. Yeah. No need to talk about that. That has nothing to do with Oppenheimer or the movies. Let's talk about Spiderhead. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says Bill Murray is just being a grumpy old man. Well, maybe. I love the guy, but who could possibly have pushed his buttons? I love the guy, but what could have possibly pushed his buttons? I don't think that article says too much. It just says questionable behavior on the set of Being Mortal. So that'll be paused while they find somebody else to direct. Our Glass in the live chat also says Dane DeHaan was great in Valerian. I was one of the few people that actually liked Valerian quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I like that one. Spiderhead. What's this all about? Spiderhead is a Netflix movie with Chris Hemsworth. He's talking about Thor and everything, and it's going to have Miles Teller in it. Upcoming sci-fi film. We got some images. Experimenting on his prisoners is a nasty business. Chris Hemsworth's character in Spiderhead. Now, this was originally listed as Escape from Spiderhead. I guess Spiderhead is his facility where he uses drugs to experiment on his prisoners, and these drugs change your emotions, from what I understand from the premise. But let's take a look at these images. We see that Hemsworth is in the suit there, and that looks like it's Miles Teller in the background. He looks like he's a rich man. Wow. Looks like he's taking Miles Teller there hostage. He's got a blindfold over his face there. Cool. Who else is in this movie? This article doesn't really tell us that much. Let's go over to the IMDb and pull up what this Spiderhead is all about. In the near future, convicts are offered the chance to volunteer as medical subjects to shorten their sentences. One subject for a new drug capable of generating feelings of love begins questioning the reality of his emotions. So, it looks like it's kind of like an Island of Dr. Moreau kind of thing, except they're not going to be turned into beasts. It's like drugs that they take. Journey Smollett is going to be in it. Nathan Jones. Miles Teller is going to be the main character, I guess, and Chris Hemsworth is going to be the bad guy. The evil doctor. Any other names jump out at me in this cast? No. Okay. But we got our first images. It's going to be on Netflix. Does it give a release date there on this IMDb? Expected in 2022. So, hey, you know what? If that comes out on Netflix, we can do a watch along for that. Seeing Hemsworth as the bad guy. Yeah, I'll be up for that. That looks pretty cool. When it premieres June 17th. Okay, so we got a release date there. June 17th. Spiderhead. Fairly ominous description there, guys. I'm going to have to check that out. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Art Glass in the live chat says, I never smoked. My godfather gave me a puff of his pipe when I was 7, and I retched. Done and done. Yeah, I went through a couple phases. I smoked, and then I quit. And then in my college days, I got into chewing. Chewing tobacco. And that's a nasty habit. That was a nasty habit. Because that one you had to quit too. It wasn't as hard as cigarettes, but I realized, like, man, I'm chewing this stuff all the time. I got to stop. But yeah, I do like tobacco in certain ways. Like, if I ever went back to it, it'd be chewing, because I just like it. All right. Let's talk about what's up next. Downton Abbey 2. They got a new poster, and this movie's coming out in May. Downton Abbey 2. It's got a new poster. It combines upstairs and downstairs cast. Okay, so what is the release date for this? It comes out May 17th, I believe, is the release date. But we got the new poster there. May 20th. May 20th. There we go. Hey, that's not a very good job of showcasing it there. Let's pull that up a little bit better there. Okay, so there we go. There's the downstairs group and the upstairs group. That doesn't showcase that much. But what happens in this movie, we saw this from the trailers. They're not going to be at the Abbey there. They're going to be going to France. Because I guess it's too expensive to shoot there at that location. But you know what? The series, I was really charmed with the first movie, and I'm somebody who's never watched the series. The movie was, it gave you enough information that you could follow along with it and understand what was going on. So I like that poster, and I'll be looking forward May 20th for Downton Abbey 2. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Dungeons and Dragons comes out next year, and this story broke yesterday about the title, Honor Amongst Thieves. Honor Amongst Thieves title card marks the start of a cinematic campaign. So that's going to be like its subtitle for this Dungeons and Dragons movie. And well, again, you're not showing me that much here, guys. Joe Blow. I'm going to have to go to the IMDb. Let's pull that up. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Amongst Thieves, expected March 3rd next year, 2023. Plot is undisclosed. Well, it's going to be like elves and wizards and magic and that kind of stuff, right? Chris Pine is in it, Regé John Page, Michelle Rodriguez, Sophia Lillis from the It movies. Hugh Grant is in it. I think he's playing the bad guy. And that's going to be interesting to see. Justice Smith. Interesting cast. Sophia Eleni. Natalie Servat. Wood Elf Prisoner. So yeah, there's going to be elves in this. And hopefully it's better than that previous Dungeons and Dragons movie. We've seen set photos of this before. Popularity is going down. That's not a good sign. But once the trailer and more marketing materials come out, we'll take a look at this movie as it comes along. Just a quick little story there about the Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, what else? Rebecca Romijn is in the headlines. This came up on a couple of sites, and it's really not that much. Let's take a look at this over on Movie Web. Rebecca Romijn reveals if she would play Mystique again in the MCU. If the MCU is going to reintroduce the X-Men to us when they bring that up. She's interested in playing her again. She's a little bit older for that now. I don't think they're going to go in that direction. But at least she didn't complain about being in that makeup like Jennifer Lawrence did. It's a long, detailed process to be in that makeup for sure. But the whole nude thing with her was Mark Singer that really wanted to do that. Like in the comics, she does have a costume. So she doesn't and they did that towards the later films with Jennifer Lawrence where she was wearing the costume, so she just had to do her head and hands and stuff. They don't have to go with that nude look. Us guys appreciate it. But she says, I don't know if they would ever want me back. I mean, that was quite a few years back when I played that character, but I would love to. Yeah, absolutely. It was a fantastic franchise to be a part of. I'll love that cast until the day I die. We had a great time together, and yeah, I would absolutely be open to that. But you know what? She did return as her in those Jennifer Lawrence X-Men movies where she turned into her as an older version. I like nods like that. But this came up on a couple of sites, so we might as well address it. Yeah. Okay. The Batman. Let's talk about the Batman. Because I think it comes out on 4K tomorrow, right? Is that? Or maybe today. There is a full movie watch-along for the Batman on the channel, guys, that I did. And I put in timestamps for you guys. And it was a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy those kinds of things. And there was a little behind-the-scenes photo shoot there that came up with his camera test. And remember when that movie came out, there was like images of him in the red. Like we see that they're red. It's just when they took those shots, this video of them shooting there. And yeah, that's on the social medias there. Zoe Kravitz. Why are you showing us that angle, guys? Great movie, though. Talking about Northman, and there's the director, Matt Reeves. But yeah, you remember those that blue and kind of red lighting shot that we saw of the reveal. That's where those photos were taken, and I just thought that was cool. Cool little video, and if you want to check that out, it's over on Screen Rant has that, and then Robert Pattinson Photos Media over on Twitter has that video up. Cool. And the Batman is out on the channel right now, guys, so enjoy my full watch along for that. Great movie. It's been a week for great movies. We watched the Batman there on Tuesday, I think it was, right? And then Northman comes out this weekend, and I'm excited for that. Great movies this week. That's pretty much the way that the week has been in the realm of movie and entertainment news. We're sitting at 12:35, so we're about had to rejuggle the opening. So 3 minutes will be cut out of that for sure. I'm going to edit that out. Let's take a look at the Twitterverse and see if anything is trending that I perhaps have missed before we break here for the weekend, and I just refreshed the old Twitter page there and see if anything is trending out there. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has been banned in Saudi Arabia due to the inclusion of an LGBTQ plus character. Backwards country, man. You know what? There are parts of the world, including parts of the U.S., that are still living like it was the 1950s. And if you know what? If you don't want to see this kind of stuff, the rest of the world is going to evolve and blow right past you. And one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, but I want to come along too. And you're going to be like, this is why you didn't. This is why you don't get this stuff. Because of stupidness. Each episode of HBO's House of Dragon costs less than $20 million. Oh, really? Huh. House of the Dragon. That Game of Thrones prequel series. Told by Variety. I need to see this weekend too. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is on track to become the fourth highest grossing A24 film of all time. I need to see this movie. I think I might sneak out tomorrow morning and sneak into a cheaper movie in the mornings, because in the mornings here, if you see it before noon, it's like half price. And there's Skarsgård working out. We've seen these photos before. Man, his traps were just huge in this movie. David Cronenberg, Crimes of the Future, starring Léa Seydoux, Viggo Mortensen, is going to be expanding, opening on June 3rd before expanding on June 10th. Okay. In New York and LA theaters only? Come on, man. I want to say Toronto as well, and I'll go and see that film. Sebastian Stan on method acting. I don't believe in creating chaos for the purpose of acting. To me, that just reads like a very irresponsible, narcissistic thing. It just reads like I'm afraid and I just want to torture everyone else because of it. And is that a little bit of shade towards Jared Leto? Perhaps. You never know. Robert Eggers' critically acclaimed Northman is now in theaters. Yes, we know. Sebastian Stan and Jake T. Austin. I don't know who Jake T. Austin is. Is that somebody important? Ooh, a new poster for Doctor Strange. It's white. That's very stylized. That's very stylized. I kind of like that one. But for me, the Scarlet Witch ones are my favorite posters. What's this? Olivia Colman on the set of Heartstopper is now streaming on Netflix. Game of Thrones, Jack Gleeson will star alongside Liam Neeson in Land of the Saints and Sinners. It is set in an Irish village where a retired assassin finds himself drawn into a game of cat and mouse with a trio of vengeful terrorists. Have to keep my eye on that. Liam Neeson. Cool. Going back to his roots in an Irish village, right? Arglass says in the live chat, Rebecca was great as Mystique. Yes, she was great. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is out in Ireland in June. So we're behind, Arglass Viking says. So that's a bummer, man. That's a bummer. What's this? Nicolas Cage, 58, reveals he and his wife, Rico Shabetta, 27, are expecting a baby girl. So he's going to be a father at 58. Congratulations, Nicholas. Cool. Sofia Coppola, Virgin Suicides. It was 22 years ago. Robert Eggers on the set of Northman. Zendaya. Gorgeous. Interesting dress with the birds. Her hair is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. What is this? She will not be attending this year's Met Gala. Bummer. Okay, Colin Farrell transforms into the Penguin in the behind the scenes. Yeah, they're releasing all of this stuff now. That makeup was awesome. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't see too much here. Too much else here. Janelle Monáe identifies as non-binary. Okay. Doesn't matter. You're still beautiful. I like Janelle Monáe quite a bit, actually. What's this? Happy birthday to James McAvoy. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, James. How's it going? Hope you celebrate with some libations. Production on Aziz, yeah, we knew about this, was due to Bill Murray for inappropriate behavior. It doesn't really say too much more. Maybe he just yelled at him and he didn't like it. But old man yells at cloud. You get that vibe from Bill Murray. But you never know if it was justified or not. Okay. Each episode of Stranger Things season 4 reportedly cost $30 million. And it's 9 episodes, $30 million. And we're just talking about the Game of Thrones prequel that was less than $20 million. Where is all that money, guys? Anya Taylor-Joy covers Elle France. Anya. She was great in that movie, too. She works well with Robert Eggers. Because she's stunning. She's drop-dead gorgeous. It was a little bit, if there was anything bad that I'd say, is that it's a little bit far-fetched to believe that she's a slave and that she's not picked for other things. They do address that in the movie, but she's a great actress. Absolutely fantastic actress. She's in my top 5 actresses right now. Dude, the complaint was made against Bill Murray. I thought it said. Was it? Production was reportedly suspended due to a complaint against star Bill Murray for inappropriate. Ooh. So did I misread that? Did I misread that earlier today? Let's go back to that story. Because I have the links all. Following Bill Murray complaint. So it was against Bill Murray. But why would you remove the director for that? Wouldn't you just remove Bill Murray? That's really interesting. Searchlight. Okay. This is confirmed complaints of inappropriate behavior involve Bill Murray. Involves, but there it doesn't say against, it just involves. So you couldn't, I guess I read that as it was against the director, but it's being against Bill Murray. It says here, Deadline. Let's pull up this Deadline article, and this will round us out for the day, guys. Being Mortal production suspended due to complaint against Bill Murray. So that just adds more fuel to the fire of old man yells at cloud kind of thing. Bill Murray, you heard the stories of him and on the set of Ghostbusters arguing with the other cast, and that's what kind of led to that rift between him and that cast. Oh, and he was estranged with Egon there for the longest time. And then they made peace towards the end there. But you've heard stories where he's at times can be difficult to work with, and that's a bummer because I like him as an actor. He's a funny guy. I like his work. I do like his work, but against Bill Murray. It is unknown at this time what Murray's involvement is in the project will be going forward as the investigation remains active. So they might lose Bill Murray from this as well. It just sounded like it was all the director's problem, but now you're getting that perhaps that is Murray. Bill Murray is the problem. Bummer. Ooh, and this story has 273 comments. Let's take a look at what some people are saying. Now Bill Murray will be canceled. Nope. No, he won't be, guys. He won't be. Unless he says something really, really inappropriate. But I don't think that'll come out. I don't think it just sounds like he's just being a bit of a sour grape. Oh, but I'll keep my eye on this story. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. You know, I thought it was just the director, but now that it's Bill Murray that had the it's against him. That doesn't bode well. It doesn't sit well in my stomach. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, it's Friday, so let's end out this day with a little bit of jamming on the old guitar there. And it'll end out our week. And later on today, my review for the Northman will be up on the channel. And I was going to do a watch along, but I think I'm going to sneak out and I'm going to watch that Nicolas Cage movie. I've done a lot on YouTube this week. I can afford to take the afternoon for myself, right, guys? I can do that, right? All right, let's play some guitar. D major, D minor, you can definitely hear that flat note though, right? Cool, man. Guys, enjoy your movies this weekend. Arglass said he's going to go see The Northman on Sunday. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Relish it, man. It's a fun film. It's really cool. All right, guys, that's it. And I'll see you on Monday for more movie news. And tomorrow we'll be doing the horror movie news roundup on the channel. See you then.